to settle into what is happening around us so that we realize that we can be calm amidst all of the chaos that is happening around us. And meditation is a way to just tap into our inner wisdom and our sense of peace and what really naturally exists within us. So without determining from the outside what's going on, how that's gonna make us feel, when we feel we get carried away, we can come back to ourselves in this moment. So I'm gonna do a meditation. I don't know how many of you are gonna be watching that are new to meditation, but what I want you to do is suspend all beliefs during this meditation, any judgments of right or wrong, any expectations of what you're going to get out of this. I just want you to follow along, no matter how it might be going, without judging yourself, and that's going to be the biggest challenge. And so I'm going to start the meditation with a bit of just breathing and connecting to the moment, and then we're going to move into a quick body scan, because I think it's really important to let go of any tension that we're unconsciously holding on to. And then I want to introduce a loving kindness, compassion part at the end. I always like to have sort of an intention and a meaning once we get to that part, and it'll be completely related to what we're going through right now. So thank you so much for showing up for yourself. This is the greatest act of compassion that you could possibly be doing, is to take this time right now, and knowing that there's no other place that you're meant to be right now. So with that in mind, I invite you to find a comfortable position, either on the floor, on a cushion with your legs crossed, or in a chair. I'm in a chair right now, with your feet placed firmly on the floor. And then try to have your back straight, your spine straight, and almost like your chest is being pushed out just a little bit, like pride, but just to keep everything in line here right now. Just settling in and getting comfortable, finding a quiet place and turning off any distractions. And I invite you now to close your eyes or hold a steady, unfocused gaze just a little bit in front of you. And just notice how you're arriving to this meditation right now. Notice your breath, if it's short, if it's long, deep, just noticing without judgment what is there for you and how you're arriving. Meditations are about cultivating a certain mindset, and hopefully you hear just one thing today that resonates, that you can take out of it. So I want you right now to just breathe with whatever thoughts might be present, any feelings that might be present, to allow yourself to just be. Being present with what is going on in the world around us, and perhaps if you're not feeling the anxiety of everything that's going on, your individual life. You might have a personal crisis happening that has nothing to do with the pandemic. I just want you to be present with the complexity of all of that, all that might be going on with you. And there is a belief that, you clear your mind during meditation of any thoughts, and the challenge here is going to be to just let your thoughts come and go And I'm going to guide you on how to do this and bring you back to your breath, because our mind wants to naturally wander. We all have so many thoughts going through our head during a meditation. And the practice of meditation is actually bringing your awareness back to your breath. And it's in those moments that you are experiencing a pause almost. So watch those thoughts come and go just like clouds in the sky without attaching any story to them. And I invite you in this moment to take anything that's happened earlier today or yesterday or last week, anything that's been on your mind, any to-do lists. I'm sure everybody's got all these things that they want to get done during this quiet time, but put everything into a box and just leave it outside of the room right now. And just know that you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. So just breathing with whatever thoughts and feelings that are present. And now connect to your compassionate mindset and motivation. And keep that in mind as you just notice your breath, your in-breath and your out-breath. And we're going to take this time to feel our body being breathed. Noticing the coolness of your breath as it enters your nostrils, hits the back of your throat, fills your lungs with air. As your abdomen rises with each in-breath, expands and contracts on the out-breath, and the warmth of the air as it is released into the space around you. If it helps to connect to your breath here, I invite you to take a hand and place it on your chest and on your abdomen so that you can feel your body being breathed. And just noticing here where you feel your breath the most. Try to connect to where you feel it the most. And just allow any thoughts to come and go, and gently bring your mind back to your breath or the sound of my voice. And if you're having any difficulty calming your breath down, it can help to count on the inhale. Perhaps count to the count of 5 on the inhale, and then count for 1 count longer on the exhale. And that will engage the parasympathetic system. It will tell your body to slow down. It will signal your body to slow down a little bit. So for instance, on your inhale, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I invite you to continue with some counting if you're wanting to slow your breath down a little bit more and settle in, or just continue to feel your breath and your body being breathed. And just know that you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. And let go of any judgment, any idea of doing this wrong or right. And just let yourself settle in, noticing now how you're being supported in this moment. Perhaps the connection of their feet to the surface below you, or your legs or your buttocks if you're in a sitting position on the floor. Perhaps you're lying down. Just connect to where your body is connecting to the surface below you. You're being supported, and you can give yourself permission to let go here. Just let go of any tension in the out breath, and breathe in that cleansing oxygen on the in breath. And we'll do a gentle body scan, just starting at the bottom of your feet, noticing what it's like to be in your feet right now. The soles of your feet, the top of your feet, and all your toes. Perhaps you feel a tingling sensation here, or a coolness, or a warmth, a pulsating feeling. Just notice what you feel right now without any judgment. You may not feel anything at all, and that is perfectly okay. Just notice what's there for you. And on the in-breath, invite in a relaxation to let go of any tension as we move upwards through your legs, to your buttocks, your hips, holding tension sometimes in the abdomen, noticing what's there for you, inviting in a relaxation on the in-breath and releasing any tension on the out-breath. Moving again up to your chest area, where we often also hold on to a lot of tension. And opening your heart space here, imagining it to be a flower, to open as wide as possible, blooming into the most beautiful flower you can imagine. And just inviting in a softness here. A tenderness. And notice your hands now as you move down your arms to your hands, the palms of your hands, the backs of your hands. Perhaps once again you feel a tingling sensation or a certain temperature or a pulsating. Perhaps you don't feel anything at all, no judgment, just noticing what you do feel. And in this moment, take note of how you've connected with the energy in your feet, and now you're connecting to the energy that's flowed throughout your body into your hands, and how where your attention goes and where your attention goes, how you can connect to that, how you can notice the energy moving freely throughout your body. Perhaps it's swirling around, just noticing. If it gets stuck anywhere, if you continue to have tension anywhere in your midsection, your chest, your stomach, just breathing in a softness. and allowing yourself just to let go. Noticing where your shoulders are at. Often they're up around our ears. Try to drop them further away from your ears so that your hands and arms just fall gently at your side, unless you're holding on to your chest area, your heart space. Connecting to your breath again, letting those thoughts, if you've wandered off into a story, that's okay. Just gently bring yourself back to your breath and back to your body. No judgment. Opening your throat here, allowing your jaw to unclench, your lips to part, your tongue to relax, your cheeks to soften and smooth, on all the tiny muscles around your eyes to relax, release, and let go. As your eyelids feel heavy, your forehead smooths. Now from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet, just imagine a light moving down through your body, checking for any more tension, and breathe in softness to that area and allow it to release and let go. And now we're going to open our heart and open our mind. I invite you to connect to your heart. And if you feel comfortable and it feels right, you can place your hand on your heart. And I invite you to think about someone you care about. It could be somebody in the community that you care about, your kids, someone at your kid's school, your profession, the community you live in, your extended family. We're going to move through that and caring and compassion for beings, all beings at large, with gratitude, appreciative joy. Notice your inhalation and your exhalation, your heart space, how it feels to breathe, and have with a sense of gratitude for this connection we have to life itself. We have the ability to choose what we focus on, just as in our body scan we were moving our attention from our energy in our feet and our hands. You can focus on whatever it is you want. So as you come back to your breath, I want you to imagine that you are breathing in air into your heart and out of your heart, almost as if your heart is breathing. What it would feel like to breathe this air into your heart and exhale it out of your heart. Connect to any feeling here without judgment, without expectations. Breathing in and imagining that that breath can bring nourishment, it can replenish and refuel your heart. And breathing out, imagining the out breath as a kind of offering from your heart. And to help you connect to your compassionate motivation, that natural compassion, I invite you to bring to mind someone that you care about, a friend, a family member, a pet. Just bring them to mind. Whoever comes to mind is just perfect. The wrong person never comes to mind. Now bring to mind a community that you care about. Have that specific community in mind. And bring to mind, for a moment, all the people who are practicing with you right now. We're not the only ones in this moment. And bring to mind the connection that you have to humanity. And for each one of these, we'll take a moment to imagine it, sending them love, support, encouragement, and hope. So coming back here to the loved one that you had in mind, bring them to mind, see if you can see their faces, what they look like. And imagine that as you breathe out, you can send love, support, hope, strength. And come back to that feeling of breathing into the center of your heart and connecting to your source of compassion. Imagine that you are sending love, support, and hope to this person that you care about. And in your mind, you might say for this loved one, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you know that you are loved. And may you know that you're not alone. You might imagine these wishes reaching your loved one. Imagine how they would feel receiving these wishes, bringing them hope, strength, and comfort. Now bringing to mind that community that you care about. Bring them to mind in whatever way that makes sense to you. Perhaps picturing them, bringing to mind a time you were with them or how you remember them. And take a deep breath into your heart. And imagine as you breathe out that you are sending them love, hope, encouragement, and strength. That they're receiving all of this. And in your mind, say to them, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you know that you are loved. May you know that you are not alone. And noticing just if you've had any shifts right now and how you're feeling, what's coming up for you in this moment. Whatever you're noticing, just allow it to be without judgment. Just be with the feeling that you're cultivating. Sometimes we can spontaneously start crying during meditations. That's perfectly okay. Just be with it. You may start feeling all this compassion and love and warmth in your body right now. Just allow yourself to be with it. And let's go back again to refreshing that imagery, that sense of connection to this community. And take a couple breaths here and see if you can imagine that you can send these wishes, this love and compassion to this community. And imagine what it would feel like for them to receive it, how that breath is reaching them and they can breathe it in. And now let's do this one more time for all of us, all of you. Imagine all of us, strangers, families, communities, all those that are here right now, and their families and their loved ones. It can be abstract if it needs to be for you, whatever works for you. There's no wrong or right way to do this at all. Just bringing your attention back to your breath, and imagine and connect to all these hundreds of people, their loved ones, their families, their communities. Include this. Include yourself, your loved ones, your family, your community. And see if you can broaden out from here as you imagine including all of humanity. Imagine and connect to all these people. And imagine in your out-breath sending all that love and compassion out into the world of courage, hope, faith, kindness. Thinking of all of us right now. Think of all of us here right now and in your community. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you know that you are loved. May you know that you are not alone. Take a moment now to just breathe that in for you, for you. Around the world, people are offering you and sending you love, hope, courage, and strength. Connect to what you need in this moment. And imagine breathing this into your heart. Knowing that people around the world are holding you in their hearts right now. Connecting to this as you breathe in. Let's end this practice with some appreciative joy. The practice of noticing the good in others. Bring to mind someone that you are aware of who is helping us through this difficult time. It can be someone professionally that you work with, a healthcare provider, a grocery clerk, someone keeping the supply chain going, a physician, nurse, police officer, more broadly, anyone working in the healthcare community. The people that are on the front lines, who are helping to hold our community together. Bring to mind that individual or community and say thank you. Include yourself in this. As someone who is offering something of themselves, bring to mind that specific individual and imagine saying to them, thank you. And part of appreciative joy is recognizing what you are doing to acknowledge something that you are doing. Perhaps a sacrifice that you've been asked to make. We're all in this together. can you take a moment to acknowledge your own strength, your own kindness, your own courage? Even if this is something that you may not have chosen where you are right now. As we move forward in this uncertainty, at the end of the day, thank yourself for the role that you are playing, for what you are doing, perhaps not being able to work or see loved ones, for the changes that you are being asked to do and are doing, for the difficult choices you're making. You could be saving a life. Connect to this here. Sensing your breath in this moment. And being grateful for this breath. I invite you as you go about your day to just connect to this appreciative joy for all that everyone is doing in this moment and for what you are doing in this moment. I invite you to bring your awareness back to the room that you're sitting in. Your body and the space that you're sitting in. You can start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, and whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. I want to thank you for joining me in my practice. I hope to bring you throughout the week some more live guided meditations. I will likely try around this time, noon Central Standard Time. And I invite you to comment below what your experience with this meditation has been for you, and maybe even to go a step further to recognize someone that is making this difference right now that you know that you're appreciative for. It's time for us to come together, all of humanity, and just notice those people that are making the difference in all of our lives right now by all the sacrifices that they're making, what you're making. And if you have any questions about meditation or what happened, please comment. Feel free to comment. I will be looking and reviewing, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. So have a wonderful day. May you spend it with loved ones if you're surrounded there. I'm by myself here. My kids are with their dad, so I'm one of those ones that are by themselves. So it's nice to do a meditation like this and really feel the collective and connect. So we'll see you later.